Yeah, really, really hard fought game. Credit Nova, for finding a way to win it. I thought we, obviously, you shoot 54% from the field, and you make 10 threes, 23 assists. Obviously, the turnovers hurt us because we were, pretty efficient when we didn't turn the basketball over. But we knew it was going to be a tough game, and I feel a lot better. I feel actually a lot better sitting in here than I did after the Providence game, even though the reality will hit. Probably would have got on the bus or on the airplane that this was just a loss. But we were a shell of ourselves versus Providence in a home game, and I thought the way we responded, getting down 12 and having chances, to win. To win here. I was proud of the effort. I don't think many people are going to win here or beat this team, at home this year. I think that's a really good team. Obviously, Dixon is a bundle, and Poplar, Poplar looks like one of the best players in the league too. So tough loss, but hard to win against good teams in this league on the road.
Yeah, I'm sure you take Alex for 2 free throws, 3 seconds left, 99% of the time. I mean,
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
any way to explain it, or just...
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's, he's the winningest player in college basketball. He's the biggest winner in all of college basketball. It's I guess it's just kind of, when you've had, the incredible moments, the fairy tale, back-to-back national champion coming back for a third. It's like life. Sometimes you got to go, sometimes you got to eat shit. Like sometimes, you're going to have bad moments. His first 2 years in college, it's been a fairy tale. But my advice to him will be, I love the way he attacked the game. I love the way he wasn't passive. I love the way he wanted the ball at the end of this game and wanted to make the plays and wanted to be that guy for us. So, I love that kid to death. He's the biggest winner in all of college basketball, like, men's and women's. He's the biggest winner. Maybe South Carolina may have somebody over there or something. But what I told him to do, though, is, when he feels sad tonight, just get off the bus when we get back to campus and do what I did after Maui. Just pull your box of rings out and maybe just kind of play with your back-to-back national championship rings and get ready for Georgetown.
Did you feel like he and Solo needed to be a little more assertive in the second half after not attempting too many shots in the first?
Yeah, I mean, I yelled it. I was really disappointed in how Alex started the game. I think he took 3 shots in the first half. Hassan had taken no shots in the first half. Solo, Solo was passive. Jalen Stewart, obviously, we're thrilled with the way he played, and that's encouraging, both in the short term and the long term. When we get Liam back, and if we get Jay Stu playing at that level, then Liam's injury becomes a positive once we get it full strength. But this is a good time to play us with Liam out, and it's also too it's an opportunity for some of these other guys to develop, like Jalen Stewart.
And what did you want to see more of from Jalen in the second half?
I mean, he wasn't going to score 28. I thought he played a great game. I thought he played 31 minutes. Jalen Stewart, you're asking me about? Yeah, I mean, he had 14 points on 9 shots. He guarded the best offensive player in the country to start the game and in a lot of spots. And then that best offensive player in the country did go 6 for 20 in the game. So I couldn't ask for more from Jalen Stewart. I think that's got to be a confidence builder for him. And again, short term right now, this week we knew it was going to be tough. Winning at Georgetown is going to be tough. Any game with Liam out is going to be tough. But if we could see some development from some of these sophomores, that's going to bode well for us.
How do you avoid going down double digits? Is that like a lead would prevent you from getting down, or is that?
You're asking me how you could in a game avoid going down double digits?
Oh no, I'm more saying like in this. Is it like well?
Just tell the team like, hey guys, we can't get down by double digits. Well, I would say like our defense, which I thought actually, minus getting like driven by Poplar, like rip baseline, like we still got beat off the dribble a little bit too much, but that's one of the best offensive teams in the country. If you'd have told me that we would hold Dixon to 6 for 20, they would shoot 43.6, like 44 at home, especially at this pavilion here. They'd only shoot 44% from the field. We fouled a little bit too much, but our defense isn't right now good enough for us to not kind of go down and have runs against us. That's why it's probably not familiar for you guys to see us get down by doubles. Sorry for being snarky.
You were complimentary of them beforehand and obviously now.
Yeah.
For people that might just think it's Eric Dixon, he was 1 of 8 in the first half.
Yeah.
All the other guys played well. What can you tell people like, hey, this team is not just Eric Dixon?
No, those guys are good. I mean, Brickus is really good. Brickus is really good. Longino is finally healthy. He's a really good wing. Poplar is an NBA wing. Dixon's one of the best players in the country. I love Perkins as a shooter off the bench. Obviously, he's a nice piece. They get enough out of their centers. Obviously, they passed the look test of an NCAA tournament team. They're obviously going to have to win a lot of games in the Big East to make up for, like the Columbia game and the St. Joe's game. But you can't tell me that that's not a team that's an NCAA caliber team with one of the best players in the country.
Coming into this game tonight, did Villanova show anything differently that you were watching on tape coming into tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously the offensive system is much different. From Jay, and then obviously what they did with Kyle. The stuff they run, I think, is really good. I think what they do with Dixon, the way they move him around all over the court, I think it's really, really hard to guard. I think Poplar and Brickus, they run really good stuff for their best players. So they got 3 guys that can really score, plus a Longino. It's a much different system to prepare for.
You guys,
1 or 2 more?
Jalen came in and did a really good job for Liam.
Yeah.
You said this is a good time to get you right now. What are you looking for?
Are you trying to drag me into it's coming? Because I'm not going to do that. I actually thought about it. You better get us before he gets I'm not going to go back to the well.
But what are you looking for right now as you're trying to?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's just, listen, if they played without Dixon, or they played tonight without Poplar, or if Marquette plays without Cam Jones, I mean, that's what Liam McNeely is for us. So, if you would have told me, come in here versus that team that we'd have a chance, to win that game late, I'd be thrilled with that. For us, while Liam's out, we've got to find a way, to develop the young guys that we need to develop, and then win enough of these games so that we're not demoralized when he gets back.
Coach, I know you weren't totally happy with the Sounds first half. Can you talk about the energy part when he goes back in the second?
Yeah, I mean, we need that from him. When you're, when you're the quarterback, I thought in the first half he was, not as engaged, not as assertive, not as, the general, the leadership, and then you saw the impact he had in the second half. But when he's not assertive, trying to put pressure on the paint and create a little bit more, we just become this team that's running around the three-point line. And he softened up our ability to get threes by just putting some rim pressure and being more disruptive in the second half.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.